Went to bed at a reasonable hour last night. Woke up several times, not several, 2 or 3 times during the night, and had such a great feeling. I mean, there was a little bit of anxiety and stuff, but for me, not that much. And just felt good. I don't know, having the dreams I had and the feelings I felt and the comfort in my bed and for me, relatively peace in my heart. Good morning, Fred. How are you? I had an interesting day yesterday. First of all, in case you guys want to see what I'm watching. Oh, you know I'm having a fireplace. You know that I'm having a fireplace. Hello, Opal. Hello, Morgan. I had a productive morning yesterday. Worked out, donated plasma. I don't know, had a great lunch. Was getting ready to go to work in the afternoon, and I got a message from my boss saying that it was slow and they didn't need me at work today. And I was this happened to me last week one day as well at the same job. I have 2 jobs for anyone that doesn't know. And I was going, wow, you don't need me. I mean, obviously I need the money, I need the feeling of productivity and what have you, but the fact that I have jobs that don't need me, to me, I don't want to say it's insulting. It's not that it's insulting, but it just doesn't feel fulfilling, worthwhile. You know, I understand there's busy times and slow times, but a year ago this happened about this time as well. I was working at a restaurant in Naperville, and the restaurant got slow and my shifts got cut back and my income dropped dramatically, and I found myself unsure of what to do. Ended up moving into my car for 2 months before I moved up here to Wisconsin. When I moved to Wisconsin, I found a job that needed me very much and had plenty of hours for me, and I was busy the whole time, and I made fairly good money. It was physically demanding, more so than I want, and hard on my legs because there was a lot of lifting and moving things around. But the money was okay, and the productivity feeling was high, and I honestly felt like I was changing the world a little bit and making the world a better place just because I brought joy to my workplace and an energy and an enthusiasm that they aren't used to. And I think that's my gift or skill. I'm not the most talented at a bunch of different things. But I have an energy or a vibe or a positivity, I think, that is good to have around. And it was appreciated at this job. I left that job on a tough choice, striving for a job that offered more money, and it didn't work out there. I don't think I was appreciated or my skill set was valued at this other job. And I'm currently working 2 different jobs right now. And again, I got called off last night. And they said they didn't need me, or yesterday. Good morning, Audrey. Morgan says I have communication skills. I know, I do. Believe me, I think I'm really good at this. I think I'm good at storytelling and talking. I think I'm eloquent, I'm professional, I have a great presence. But I'll tell you what, you know, I think there's 2 things I should be doing. I should be my own boss or running a company. But it's hard to run a company when you can't do the most basic jobs at that company with great ability. Because again, my skill set isn't always, you know, sometimes very simple things are challenging for me. Yeah. Sometimes very simple things are challenging for me, like rolling silverware, or again, I was a waiter. I've been a waiter several times, and I make up for my lack of skills as a waiter with my personality and my hard work and my positivity. But I'm not great at multitasking 27 things to do at the same time, or even serving glasses of wine with steady hands. But again, I can make it up with hustle and positive attitude and personality. But I'll tell you, that's kind of exhausting, feeling like you're doing something, you know, based on personality, not on hand skills, if you will. Well, somebody said something very nice to me, and I appreciate that. Good morning, sweet Flynn. I haven't seen you in a while. You were on a video I was editing yesterday. My favorite burger place. I don't get burgers there. Does that count? Okay, my favorite burger place is a bar in Naperville called Jackson Avenue Pub. They have an awesome selection of awesome burgers. They got like 25 different ones on the menu, and they're awesome. There's a burger there called El Diablo, and it's got like an egg, it's got various extremely hot peppers, and it's got an awesome sauce, and the burgers are generous, and the buns are just right, and the fries are awesome as well. It's a bar. I don't drink alcohol anymore, but it's still my favorite burger place. Yeah, there is nothing like a good burger. I tell you, I've worked at restaurants with like average burgers. And I just don't know why any restaurant would serve an average burger to below average. Like, you know, if they stopped being cheap, added an ounce or two of meat, and I'll tell you the real key, and this is a low-cost key, is adding a whole bunch of fries that are hot, always. Don't skimp on the fries. You can almost make up for an average burger with a huge serving of fries. And I'll tell you what, I bought a bag of potatoes. It was 5 pounds. It was like $3 the other day. So potatoes are almost free. Yeah. But anyway, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Wednesday morning. It is October 29th. It is 6:38 a.m. Happy Wednesday. It's a little show I've done for quite some time. It is a show about me talking. It is a show about me sharing some feelings, kind of sharing the ups and downs that we go through in life, kind of sharing the adventure that is one man's life. Somebody said life is short, eternity long. Life certainly is short. Life certainly is short. Good morning, Cathos. I will have a wonderful day. I will have a wonderful day. I will feel good. I will take the day on with enthusiasm and zest. I will be appreciative. I will be passionate. I will be caring. I will be loving. I will be energetic. I will be smiling. Or may God grant me all those wishes. Yeah, it's a story about our show about one man's journey through life. And I hear a lot that it's relatable or engaging. And I think I'm pretty good at being relatable and engaging. You know, I've had high positions and lots of money, but I've never felt like better than anybody, or I don't think I'm better than anybody, at least now. And I've had my ass kicked enough by life to realize life can be fickle. And the key to the volatility or the fluctuations in life is learning to be able to walk in joy despite your circumstances. And the only way I found to do that is having faith in God and be grateful to God for the blessings He's given us. Yeah. Good morning, Bob Ballard. How are you? So anyway, I want to get my coffee, but I'm feeling so conversational. It's hard for me to get my coffee. Do I want to sit here? Do I want to sit at my table? Let's just see how it goes. I should get some coffee. Look at that. Look at that pretty window right now. Shut off the light in my bedroom. I wish I didn't need a light over here. Obviously, I do. It's kind of dark. What if I sat here? How dark is that? That might freak some people out. Thank you, Audrey. Why don't I grow my hair out? Do I even need to answer that? I guess I don't. It's my show. So no, I don't need to answer that. So I'm going to ignore that question about why don't I grow my hair out. Even though I'm not ignoring it right now because I'm still talking about it, just know that you were ignored with that question. I'm not going to answer your question about my hair. I'm ignoring you. Totally ignoring you. Why don't I grow my hair out? Because my hair looks great. My head looks great bald. It wouldn't look good with one of those looks. I just don't understand. Gonna pour myself some coffee. Wonder if you guys are pouring yourself some coffee. Gonna come over to my table for a little bit and see how it looks. Try a slightly different angle with more window in the background. I usually go side angle. Try something new, see how it looks. Thank you, Matthew. How are you? Somebody says I'm just wearing a bald cap. I'm not just wearing a bald cap. Opal. Thank you, Opal. Did it with my little lightsaber lighter. Pretty cool. I bet you're jealous. You wish you had one. Oh. So anyway, for those that have been watching a while, what a glorious audience for today. We got 51 people watching. We got 20 thumbs up. I think something's really happening with this show, and we'll get to that in a minute. Before I get distracted, let me focus back to my coffee. For those that have been watching a while, you know this is not just a show about me talking. You know it is also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me, and I am so excited to have my first sip. Hold on, let me get a little water. My hope is wherever you are. I left the cabinet open. And whatever you're doing, that you have a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. It's the pumpkin spice. It is the pumpkin spice. Let's see. Companies are laying off thousands. My thoughts. Vicky, you want to honestly know my thoughts? My first thought is you probably should stop watching the news. And I don't mean that against you. But I think we'd all be better off watching the news less. Because we get trapped up in companies we don't work for laying off people. That Amazon announced yesterday that they were laying off people or whatever. I don't know, the economy seems to be doing great. I look for jobs every day. There's a ton out there. The stock market keeps going to new highs. And I think watching the news isn't good for you, or you're worried about your job. All right, I'll go on with that. I think keep your options open. How long have you been at your job? Keep your options open. Always be looking. I don't think a job is like a relationship. I think I used to feel I had to be committed to it and married to it and stay there forever. I think if you keep your options open, I think a lot of people don't even like their job, but they just do it because, I don't know, they're comfortable there. But I think always keep your eyes open and be looking for something else. Do the best you can at your job. Come in with a positive attitude, work hard, and be awesome. And as far as all your worry, give the rest of it to God. All right. If you see that AI is replacing us, Vicky, I don't know, I bet you'd feel great if you were proactive today and you spent a little time on and again, there's probably a lot of good job apps, but on Indeed. Do you like your job, Vicky, or are you just working there because they pay you? Maybe you're not meant to be there. Maybe your job isn't going to exist going forward, but maybe that's an opportunity to find something that you're really passionate about. And maybe you're not really passionate about what you're doing right now. I studied programming for years, and now you love your job. Somebody says they're worried about their son. Again, we're using the word worry a lot. I worry all the time. The best solution to worry is faith and gratitude. If you're worried about your son's job or worried about your job, Vicky, be thankful you have the job. Have gratitude. Thank God for the job that you have. Stop putting your focus on the fact that they're cutting back or laying off or whatever. Be thankful you have a job to go to today that you love. You'd be surprised what faith and gratitude will do for you, Vicky. Worry won't pay your rent, I promise you that. My son is in school to become a paramedic in New York City. Well, that's cool. That is cool. We got deep into stuff before I was ready to. I blame Vicky for that. She started talking about AI and job loss. But anyway, yesterday I had an unusual day. Again, I was getting ready for work, and I was in the bathtub having a bubble bath. And I got a text from my boss saying, yeah, they don't need me at work today. So I had the night off. And instead of being excited about it like I was last week, they did it as well. They had a couple slow days and didn't need me. I was kind of frustrated going, you don't need me at work. What am I going to do about that? Thought about looking. I mean, I think I'm starting a new job in the next week that does need me. And I also applied at a job that I think I'd be excited about and would take, even though the money's not great, would take it if they offered it to me with great excitement, and would probably not be able to sleep the night before I started doing it. I think that fits who I am and what I'm about, honestly. So I was laying in the tub going, literally saying, what should I do? What should I do? And instead, I was thinking I'd go to Starbucks, edit some videos, move forward with social media. I started thinking about work and careers and relying on another business strategy or product or service to provide for me and my family. Saying, I don't trust other businesses. I don't really want a boss. I want to be the boss. I want to run my own business. So again, I thought about going to Starbucks and editing some videos, and then I go, that's sort of productive. That's kind of like passive productive for me. But what's the most productive thing I do towards growing Coffee with Ken and building the Coffee with Ken business is going live on social media. And so I got out of the bathtub, and at like 3:30 yesterday afternoon or 3:15 or something, I pushed live and did a Tuesday Thoughts with Ken or something. And it started off kind of slow, but it started to gain momentum. And I ended up talking for 3 hours on that live and had a great show and touched on a lot of big topics. Grew my audience, picked up 31 subscribers in one live show. It takes a while when you're starting a YouTube channel to get to 31 subscribers. And I can do it in one afternoon doing one show where I'm helping people and I'm talking about sobriety or mental health or careers or faith or divorce or financial highs or lows or parenting or schooling or just being me. Maybe I should do more of that. I applied, a week or two ago at a radio station. A lot of people say I have a good voice and I should be a DJ or work for a radio station. And I applied a couple weeks ago at a job. I haven't heard back. And I've never been a DJ. But I also wonder, why would I work for a radio station when I have an audience right now in front of me? And I can go live and broadcast all over the world with my little show whenever I want, at any time, and talk about anything I want, pretty much. And it made me wonder. And honestly, I think in all the careers I've had, being a stockbroker, a realtor, a waiter, a investment rep at a bank, my goal inside is to make a difference in this world. And if a job that I'm working at, I don't feel is only there to generate money for either myself or the company, I don't feel real good about that. And that doesn't excite me or motivate me or make me excited to go to work. But doing this show, doing Coffee with Ken, does make a difference. And I know I help people stop drinking alcohol. I make people feel not so alone, feel better about mental health, go through various hard times in their life and feel okay about who they are. And honestly, I think I'd like to be a content creator full time. It's not an easy path. Running your own business isn't easy. I've worked hard at this for 6 years and I'm still scratching and clawing every day. Spend a lot of time editing, spend a lot of time creating content, would like more. I'd like to do more. I think I'm somewhat limiting myself just going in the morning and talking to the same audience again, this is a worldwide broadcast and some parts of the world are asleep at this time. And, you know, if I went live at 2 o'clock in the afternoon as well, I'd hit a new audience. And again, at 7 o'clock, I'd probably hit a new audience. And I think the possibilities are out there to do something very big and very important in this. And I'd love to do it full time. I'd love to do it full time because I think it makes a difference. And if you want to help me do it full time and you have the ability or the want or the interest or the care to make a donation up in this little corner, I'd greatly appreciate it. I think it would help me chase my dreams, and my dreams are to make the world a better place. And I think I can do that. I know I do it with this show. And I'd appreciate your support. Oh, that's nice. Everyone else has dreamed too. All right. I hope so. And I hope they are chasing their dream with all the vigor and passion that they can muster. I do. I hope people have dreams. I hope people aren't going to jobs that they can't stand or doing things that they think don't make a difference or just keeping a chair warm till the next employee takes the spot to get a paycheck. Because I think life should be more than just getting a paycheck. And again, it kind of hit me yesterday when they reached out and said they didn't need me. I mean, I find that. And it was because their business was slow. It wasn't because I sucked or did a bad job, but they didn't need me yesterday. They didn't generate enough business. And to be put in a position where you need somebody else to generate business so you can get paid seems like a dangerous position. Oh, yeah. No. Do I think that 6 years of doing this is a sign from God that this is not my calling? No, I'm not getting that at all, Donald. I don't feel that at all. I feel better about it every day. I help more people every day. So thank you for asking. I remind you of a cross between Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and Bob Ross, the painter. Okay. By the way, I hear that a lot. I tell you what, a cross between Bob Ross, the painter, and Mr. Rogers should have a TV show where he's impacting people's lives. Not a TV show, but a show. And I do. I do. I probably don't celebrate the audience I have, or I'm not thankful enough. It's so easy to do. Again, I'm about to pass 9,500 subscribers. You know, probably 1 in 10,000 people on YouTube has that many subscribers. And instead of being grateful or thanking God for those subscribers, I'm always wondering why I'm not at 10,000 or 50,000 or 100,000 or 1,000,000. And I'm wondering when I'm going to get my silver plaque from YouTube that they send you when you hit 100,000 subscribers. And honestly, I think my focus is, like a lot of us, is probably on the wrong thing. It's what I don't have. It's that I don't have 100,000 subscribers instead of just celebrating the 9,500 or so that I do. Oh, it's so good. That is so good. I'm gonna get a little more coffee. Do you guys want to come with me, or do you want to watch the fire? I'll have you watch the fire. I won't give you time to. Oh. Oh. Somebody thought it was a real fire. Somebody said, "Hey man, I'm an old black man." I'm not sure why you gave me your demographics, sharing your age or your skin tone, but okay, I appreciate you for enjoying my content. Thank you. You mean I have cross-cultural appeal? Is that what you're saying? Maybe I'll turn it back this way. Maybe I'll turn it back this way. Good morning, Ken, or Stevie K. How are you? No, it looks like a real fire. It looks like a real fire. It's awesome. Good morning, Millie. You're hoping I'm having a better day today. I don't know that I was having a bad day yesterday. Hello from Croatia. How are you? Somebody's guessing where I'm from, and they're wrong. Somebody's speaking a very foreign language to me that I do not understand. So Yuki, hopefully you're talking dirty to me. Oh, I was frustrated. That doesn't mean I'm having a bad day, Millie. People I don't think, fully understand. Like, I'll share my emotions. Like, I posted a video the other day about quieting the mind or something. And it's a solemn moment in time from a day that was 2 months ago. And they interpreted it as me being very sad. Just because I'm frustrated doesn't mean I'm having a bad day. You know? I think we need to be more accepting of how we feel and our emotions and aware of them. I was frustrated. They didn't need me at work. Is that a Bernard McDonald painting on top of the TV? It looks familiar. And you like his work? Actually, I don't know who did the painting, but by that name, I don't know who did that painting. It's interesting you say that. It's a painting of St. Andrews, and McDonald sounds like a Scottish name, so it could be a Bernard McDonald. Did he paint a painting of St. Andrews? My mother grew up outside of Edinburgh in Scotland, and St. Andrews is one of the most famous golf courses in the world. And my brothers and I, and my grandpa and a cousin visited there in 1986, I believe it was. And that painting means a lot to me. It's good. Oh, it's so good. I go back and forth. I advise my audience every day to remove yucky people from their lives. I got a viewer today who watches every day, who creates fake accounts, and has said several times how boring my show is today. And he keeps watching. And it makes me wonder, do I follow my own advice and remove them from the stream? And it's probably not a he. Or do I just ignore? And I go back and forth on this. You ask if that's a mountain? No, it's a shadow from my cabinets. Or a shadow, maybe a reflection from my cabinets. Yeah. Kyle, that is amazing dedication on her part. No, it does kind of look like a mountain range, doesn't it? Somebody's saying people can see in my window. Well, yeah, they can. They can see my back and the back of my head. Tell you what, sometimes I walk around naked in the apartment. They probably can see a little bit more at that time. They probably can see a lot more at that time. It can sing. Can you sing? You'll be back from Hamilton. I don't know what you mean by that. It's a little boring. I don't know what you mean. What state am I in? I'm in the beautiful state of Wisconsin. You think somebody needs a coffee and a Snickers? Are you talking about me? I don't really like Snickers that much. They're okay. I used to eat them like when I was going golfing and I needed a quick snack. They have peanuts in it. What did they say? When they used to do commercials, they don't do commercials really anymore. But there used to be a commercial on TV and it was kind of implying that Snickers are good for you. And it was like a meal. And I used to buy into that and eat Snickers, like I said before, a round of golf. I never really loved them that much. They're not the tastiest of candy bar. Kat did her undergrad in Oshkosh. Way to go, Kat. Way to go. Somebody's in the Bronx. Never really spent any time in New York City. Any tips for a young man trying to not go insane? Yeah, I think I do. Take a deep breath. Realize that you're okay. Be grateful for things you have. And have faith in there's a reason and a purpose to what you're doing and what you're going through. You might not know what that purpose is. You might think that I don't know, you're wasting your life, you're screwing up your life, you don't get along, this or that. But learn a little something as you go and try and get a little better. Be happy with who you are today and try and be a little better tomorrow. Would be my advice to you. Catho says, and I forget my window is open. When I'm walking around the apartment naked, I don't really forget that it's open. I'm just hoping I don't do it at broad daylight, but I mean, worse though is at night when you do it and the light's on. And you go, I'm just gonna hurry to the kitchen to grab something real quick. and you're wondering who's out there watching. If you have any secret admirers. So yeah, anyway, I feel good. And I know this show makes a difference. And I work really hard at it, and I work really hard at life, and I'm excited about the direction I'm going. And yes, yesterday I was frustrated because work called me off for the day. Not as much because of money issues. I think my money's fine. Again, I have 2 jobs. But just from lack of satisfaction or lack of being needed or feeling silly that I was relying on somebody else to pay for me or cover my costs or those of my family. Somebody said, nobody wants me around. I don't know what that means. Why are you being so mean to me? Audrey says your grandmother would if you were on the go. Would she what? Give you a Snickers? I forgot what the commercial was for Snickers. Oh, it's so good. Oh. We have a glorious audience today. We got 57 people watching. We've got 40 thumbs up. If I was offered a job at as a DJ, would I take it? Should I take it? I think my hope would be that it's a higher calling than the job that reached out and didn't need me last night. That bums me out when they don't need their employees, that they're so slow. But to be a DJ would be somewhat similar to what I am doing, but with less freedom to do what it is that I want. Jesus has a plan. He loves you. Good morning. He does have a plan. I'm a little confused. We were talking about Christianity yesterday, and somebody asked if I was a Christian. I'm reading the Bible. I read 2 chapters each night. I'm a little confused about Jesus and God and the Holy Spirit and who's who and what they're all doing and what their connection is. I know what the 5-second explanation, but when you say Jesus has a plan for me, I would think God has a plan for me, and I'd be with you on that. Yeah. How am I this morning? I'm great, James and Johnny. I'm great this morning. I got a great night's sleep. Had many cool dreams. Had the night off yesterday and the day off today, which feels a little funny. But I have lots of things to do. Audrey answered, yes. I don't know what you're saying yes to, Audrey. It's kind of challenging engaging with a whole bunch of people at the same time. Michael Baker says it's 10:14 p.m. there. Where are you, Michael Baker? Where are you watching from? Australia, maybe? It's 15 hours ahead. It's a long way. You guys should move Australia closer to the United States. You'd get more tourists. Okay, Queensland. All right. Were you watching yesterday's show during the day? I kind of think if I went live a couple more times, with some purpose to it, looking to touch a broader audience. Okay, you were watching yesterday. We had a great show yesterday. It was a glorious show, wasn't it, Michael Baker? And I really enjoyed it. And I think it was turning my frustration from being called off of work to good use in building what I think it is I should be really doing. In No Way Affiliated said it was great. Well, thank you, In No Way Affiliated. I so appreciate your 43-year-old self and your encouragement. Somebody says they're on vacation in the Philippines. I bet the Philippines is a pretty cool country and a beautiful place to visit. Former part of the Spanish Empire, I believe. Dannyville has a whole lot of suggestions. I don't know that I really asked for it. They want a robe and me wearing glasses and reading the paper. Good morning, Taz the Bulldog. How are you? Morning, Dr. Tabor. I did a romantic stream last night. I told you, I read 2 chapters of the Bible live on YouTube every evening. And I read through very difficult chapters yesterday, quite honestly boring. Chapter 25 and 26 of the book of Exodus. And I post those videos on various social media platforms. And I think there's a demand out there to hear the Bible read, and most of us are too distracted to pick up the Bible and start reading. And it's a hard read. But anyway, chapter 25 and 26 were ridiculously detailed and about how to build the Ark of the Covenant and the tabernacle and the drapes and the curtains and the veils and the hooks and the feet of the... It was ridiculous, the detail I go into. But anyway, I finished the reading and I laid down on the couch, was preparing to watch a movie, and I was posting that video on other social media platforms, and I was listening to it. And I said, something doesn't sound right. And the audio was a mess. And what I think I had done, I have a little Bluetooth speaker in my apartment when I want to listen to music or edit my show and have the audio boomed out to the whole apartment so I can hear it better. But I think I left that speaker on right before I went into the reading, and the audio was being gathered from that Bluetooth speaker and transmitted however it is to the phone for the recording, and it didn't sound good at all. So I'm going, let's ignore it. Not every episode's got to sound great, be perfect. There's going to be a lot of episodes. And that reading wasn't very exciting last night. But in good conscience, I could not sit there and post a video with absolutely crappy audio on my social media platforms. So, in my PJs, I think what I'm wearing in front of you now, I sat up, I turned my phone around, got my gimbal that holds my phone, and read chapter 25 and 26 again from the book of Exodus. So if you want to know how many cubits the tabernacle connected to the Ark of the Covenant is in breadth and height and width, you're looking at the right guy. Somebody said it took 3 months to read Exodus. Well, I'm going to go through it in about 3 weeks, I think. I think it's probably like 50 chapters long, and I read 2 chapters a night. What type of coffee am I drinking? I am drinking the Starbucks pumpkin spice. Again, I really like to make content creation for me. I think it's what I'm supposed to do. I think it's what I'm best at, what I'm really good at. And again, I talk about mental health and anxiety and financial highs and lows and divorce and all sorts of important stuff that seems to connect and resonate. If you'd like to help make that dream a reality and you enjoy my show, please consider making a small donation. I'd greatly appreciate it. And it would allow me to keep chasing my dream of building Coffee with Ken into something that matters. His and Hers Landscaping. I appreciate it. You giving me support with your comments and your likes and your subscribes, and you're cheering me on. Can I make a playlist for my Bible reading? Well, Schlevel, you can go. I'm on Spotify, and if you would look me up on Spotify, I post 2 videos every day on Spotify. I post this live show that you're watching right now, as well as my Bible reading. So it'd be very easy to find on Spotify. If you're okay with that, it'd probably be a good idea to make a playlist on YouTube and have them all connected. But I currently don't. But if you follow me on Spotify and you want to hear me read 2 chapters of the Bible every night, it's right there. Good morning, entertainment. Ken's vacation. Ken doesn't want to take a vacation. He wants to change the world. I want to be passionate about what I'm doing. I want to be needed at work. And again, I'm starting a 3rd job that I think I'll be very needed at what I'm doing. And they have more work to do than people to do it. So I'm looking forward to that. But I'm just working through some issues with that. I'm gonna get a little more coffee. You're gonna come with me this time. Oh! Jeff Bezos from eBay. Jeff Bezos is not from eBay, just for the record. I don't know who's from eBay. I don't know why there's no face of eBay, the company, yet Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg and Steve Jobs are also connected to Apple and Amazon, and I don't remember the other company I just mentioned. Listen to His and Her Landscaping. You might become my marketing. When I make it huge, His and Her Landscaping, huger than I already am, I'm going to make you head of marketing. Huge salary for that, just like for my moderators. My 10-year-old son getting ready for school, catching school bus. Okay. Well, get off YouTube and go love on your child as he heads off, and kiss him on the head and pack him a lunch and write a little note and say, have a great day at school, little Johnny or little Janie. I love you so much, and I can't wait to see you when you get home. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's so good. So good. It was a little hotter than I was ready for. We have an absolute glorious audience today. I know We have got absolutely glorious audience today. Change the name to Coffee with Ken to Because We're Family Here. That doesn't have a very good ring to it at all. Because We're Family Here? Sounds like a song from the Partridge Family or something like that. You guys watch the Partridge Family at all? I used to watch it pretty regularly. Not sure it was my favorite show, but I liked it. Hello, Undersky, how are you? You just double tap. Well, thank you so much for double tapping. I moved my tough part about this is when it's at that angle, I can't see the glorious audience that we have. Maybe I'll put it right here and I can watch the glorious audience we have. I'll be editing these videos and you'll get different perspectives on shorts in about 2 months. Well, awesome, Undersky. Susan says, not much. You mean you didn't watch the Partridge Family too much? Somebody just asked me a question that was asked yesterday, which I find strange. Phil said, Partridge Family song was so annoying. Da 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 da. I get happy. Da 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 da. And I get happy. You kind of liked it, the show or the song? I mean, it was pretty good. Susan Day was, I forget her name, but she ended up starring in L.A. Law. For anyone that watched L.A. Law or is of a certain age. She had short hair and blonde at that time. When was L.A. Law famous? Was that in the 80s? Huh. Time flies. With the cartoon partridges, yeah, and then it hatched from the egg and it used its butt to knock the shell over. That was funny. You could have different names for each one with different channels and subjects. His and her landscaping, I don't have different subjects. Life is my subject. I don't want to go on and say, okay, we're going to talk. I mean, occasionally I do. I'll do like a market talk or a real estate talk occasionally when I'm really fired up about a topic. But I like just drinking some coffee. I think life is the most interesting story of all. And I think little adventures that we have in life, just silly little stories about reading the Bible and having to read it again, can make for great entertainment. Susan is walking and watching and listening. Susan, make sure you don't walk into a light pole or you know how to cross the street correctly. By the way, okay, speaking of crossing the street correctly, I'm coming home from the gym yesterday in downtown Appleton. And there's 3 people from another country. And they're waiting at the light, and then they want to cross the road through the crosswalk exactly the wrong time. Do you know what I mean? They're in an urban setting with a fair amount of traffic. They're waiting there when they should be walking across. And when the light changes and they should stop, they decide they want to go. They were either from Africa or from somewhere in the Caribbean and were not aware of the crosswalks and how they work here in the United States. And I saw them do it coming at me as I'm walking towards this intersection. And I'm going, holy crap, they just went out in traffic and the cars are stopping and honking. And they got to me and we're standing on the same corner. and I'm waiting now for the light to go so I can walk, and they're waiting, and the light has changed, and they should be crossing the road, the direction they're going. And then the lights switch and they start going, and I went up and tapped on the gentleman and said, "Excuse me, sir, you need to wait till that light is green. You're going at the wrong time. You're gonna get hit by a car." And he said something, and that was really the end of that. But it was frightening. Again, they understood the concept of waiting, but they were going at the wrong time. Well, thank you, Susan. So don't you do that. Make sure when you get to the light that you walk when you're supposed to, when the crosswalk says. What I'm saying is, they weren't only going whenever they wanted, which I could understand, and when there's no cars coming, I'd cross devil may care attitude. But they were going exactly when they shouldn't be and waiting when they should be going. It was quite interesting. Would I hang out with them socially? Well, I don't know. We don't have much of a relationship. Would I hang out with them socially? I don't know. I mean, they're three human beings that don't know when to cross the street. But other than that, I really don't know much about them. Good morning, Jim Rad. How are you? Am I AI? Has AI come to the point where when you hop on a live stream that you can't tell real from artificial? Yeah, it's in the 30s here, Jim Rat, and I love it. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. Where do you live, Jim Rat? Where do you live? Were you like Northern California or something? Does the weather change so much in Northern California? Huh. All right, I was right. I was right. You live just outside of Sacramento. I do have a pretty good memory. Audrey Durham doesn't like the cold because she's too thin. I'm hoping we get a really wintry winter here in Appleton, Wisconsin. Mobsidian wants to know how the new time zone is doing. I don't know what you mean, Mobsidian. We are not in a new time zone. Yeah. We have a glorious audience today. We got 39 people watching. We got 57 thumbs up. Schlevel said, we are forecasted to have an extra cold and snowy winter this year. Do you believe, like, is that in the Farmer's Almanac, Schlevel Knievel? I don't really believe in any of those predictions, but I hope you're right. You're in South Louisiana. 59 degrees with 15-mile-an-hour winds, and you're freezing in southern Louisiana. Didn't you guys go back an hour or something? I forget how it works. No, well, we certainly don't switch time zones. But I think next weekend, the clocks are moving back an hour. You follow Ryan Hall, y'all, and Max Velocity on YouTube. Weather channels. Schlegel, should I do the weather? Do they have glorious audiences every morning? Do you spend more time, Schlegel, watching my content or Max Velocity's content on YouTube? I'd be great at doing a weather show. But would I, Schlegel? Or would you rather me, would you rather me be a weatherman than what I'm doing now? You obviously watch my show for a reason. If suddenly I was a weatherman, would you be sad? Because you wouldn't be having coffee with Ken? I'm wondering if a DJ, I got hired as a DJ somewhere, because apparently there's DJ jobs all over. And I think I could do a great job of it. Just, again, I applied to one locally here a couple of weeks ago, and just reading the job description, it sounded like me. And there's jobs all over for a DJ, but I'm wondering how much freedom you'd have to talk. I mean, again, people have done it and had great success and developed their own shows into something huge. Would I be interested in being a DJ? Well, it'd be nice to be paid a regular salary, I guess, even though that kind of bores me. I say that a little bit. I think I'd enjoy being able to do a version of my show to a larger audience. And I think I could enjoy that, and I love the experience. And I'll tell you what, I don't think I'd be nervous at all, really. I think I'd go up to the microphone on my first day and tap on the screen and go, blow on it and go, are you listening? Is anybody out there? Then I wouldn't know what to say, so I'd just go into, good morning, good morning, good morning to you, if it was a morning show. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is WYTZ in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I am so excited to have you for the next 3 hours, and we're going to do a mix of talk and classical music for you all morning. So sit back, relax, and let me spin this one by Beethoven for your easy listening. We'll see you on the flip side. And then my show would start. And then Beethoven would play. Da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na. And when that got done, I'd hop back on and say, hey, that guy was quite a composer, wasn't he? He was amazing. How are you guys doing this morning? You drinking some coffee? You feeling good? You excited about fall? Wait, I'm getting a beeping in my ear. That means I gotta play another oldie for you. Here's one I think you're really gonna like. Here's Bach. And that would be my show. How easy would that be? How easy would that be? Somebody said I'd be a good youth coach or a child counselor. I sound more like a baseball commentator. Well, I don't think I'd be really designed for a classic. I mean, okay, classic music stations, I don't think have DJs. I don't even know if radio stations still have DJs. I don't know if they play music or, have talk. I think the station I listen to here in Appleton doesn't have DJs anymore. Maybe that's a bad gig to be looking for. maybe I'm doing exactly what I should be doing, going live every morning with you guys. And growing my audience here. Again, I picked up 31 subscribers yesterday. I had $26 very generously donated to me by my viewers on yesterday's show. I had, I think, almost 100 thumbs up. And it felt real good. It felt real good. Did I send in air check? I don't know what you mean about an air check. In the future, when they gain more human qualities, would I consider an AI bot as a friend or romantic partner? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I'm not that desperate for companionship. I have plenty of friends. Hello, his and her landscaping. And Under Sky says, yes, indeed. Good morning, Julie Flanagan. Julie, you missed my story about my Bible reading last night, and you were being too sweet to tell me. Julie Flanagan turned in for my Bible reading last night, the first version. I realized when I was posting that video to various social media platforms, Julie Flanagan, that the audio was a mess. And it was a painful reading, chapter 25 and chapter 26 from the book of Exodus. But oh, what I will do for my audience. So I got up and read it again and did a reading all over again from the chapter 25 and 26. Because I did not want to share a reading with horrific audio. So, as I was telling the audience earlier, Julie Flanagan, that if you want to know, if you're thinking of making a tabernacle or an ark, let's say, and want to know how many cubits it should be wide and what the breadth and the height of the cubit or the tabernacle should be, I'm the man to talk to. Because I read chapter 25 and 26 twice in one day. And I don't know, I wonder how many humans ever have read chapter 25 and 26 from the book of Exodus twice in one day. Okay, I'll bet you somebody has, because somebody probably wanted to rebuild the ark. And they give you very specific instructions on what color the drapery should be and what type of wood and how much gold to use. It was ridiculously specific. No, it wasn't 30 cubits. It was like 2.5 cubits or 2 cubits or 1.5. It wasn't in the double-digit cubits. I don't even know what a cubit is. Apparently a unit of measurement back in ancient times. His and Her Landscaping continues to cheer for everyone to double tap the screen. Good morning, Tammy Riley. I appreciate you. You said something very kind to me on a video I posted yesterday. That was very nice of you. So it's Wednesday morning. We've had a glorious audience today. Just a glorious audience today. We got 49 people watching. We got 62 thumbs up. We started when it was dark outside, and it's getting light out there. 7:45. Been to the gym the last couple days. If I go today, it's going to be a fitness room day. For those that are new, my fitness room involves like medicine balls and kettlebells and sled pushes and tractor tire flips and things like that. Feels really good doing it. It's such a simple, I mean, it's not easy at all. It's actually hard as hell. I don't know why maybe it's just, I like it because it's different. What other type of content do I do? Michael Baker, what kind of content do you want? This is the content that people tune in for. This is the show that's different. Oh, I know if you're flipping through YouTube, you can find people sleeping or reading tarot cards or raging about politics. But I know my good viewers don't want to hear me rage about politics, sleeping, or reading tarot cards. My gift in this world is providing relatable, connectable, personable, positive content for my viewers. You would love to see me shoot some hoops. I mean, that's an awful specific request, Michael Baker. I don't know for the life of me why you want to see me shoot some hoops. I'm not even good at basketball. Where am I? Why your house have car park? Ball is life, says Michael Baker. I don't know. No, you're trying to get me to niche into basketball, which is something I'm not even very good at. His and Her Landscaping wants me to live, or is asking if I would live. Where do you live, His and Her Landscaping? I'm not gonna move to where you live. Do you happen to live in Appleton? I love my apartment though. I love my apartment. I love where I live. I don't even know where you live. You're offering me housing, which is kind of you. Oh, you were the one that was going to help me rehab houses all through Appleton, Wisconsin. Good morning, emo. Are you really emo? Is that a Yoda face you're using? Is that Yoda's face that person's using as their face? Yeah, but His and Her Landscaping, I don't need a house. And you live in Mount Carmel, Pennsylvania. I don't even know where that is. What is the title of the last book I read for personal development? The Bible. Hello, Steve from Arizona. How are you? And since I'm only currently reading the Bible, what is the book I've read before that? I tried to read Can't Hurt Me by Michael Goggins, and I did not find that a great book, to be honest with you. I don't know. His story, I don't think resonates with me. He's a former Navy SEAL, and the way he tells his story, he's the baddest of the badass dudes. And he eats nails for breakfast. And if you, the viewer or the reader, also eats nails for breakfast, you too will become awesome and successful like he is, and in great shape. And I just didn't find that story inspirational to me really at all. It's sort of an interesting story, but he sounded angry, almost mean. And so his story didn't connect with me. You were wondering if I could take you up on an opportunity here. Well, right now, to be honest, his and her landscaping move into Pennsylvania isn't on my radar. You know, even if you had this opportunity in Appleton, Wisconsin, I'm not sure I'd take it. I love my apartment. I don't want to move to Pennsylvania right now. Susan eats fruits. Well, good, Susan. I'm happy you do. A lot of fiber. We support you, Ken. How am I? I'm doing great this morning. I had a great night's sleep and I'm feeling good. Will I be doing daily streams? I do daily streams every day. I go live twice a day, sometimes 3. I had the day off yesterday, and it was a surprise day off. And rather than lament my lack of work today or yesterday, I went live and did a live show for 3 hours. I picked up 31 subscribers. There were $26 donated to me becoming a full-time content creator. A very generous audience. And I had over 100 likes. It was a great, great show. And we talked about all sorts of, I think, great topics. Makes me wonder if I went live every afternoon and just worked when they needed me, how quickly my audience could grow. Wow, we got a very encouraging audience today. A very encouraging audience. Cheering on you guys as you plow me towards 100 likes. For me, we're at like 70 right now. For me to get 100 likes means I'm gonna have to talk for another half hour probably. I mean, that's okay. My schedule is quite open. Somebody has an exact replica of the lament box. What is a lament box? What do I do for a living? His and her landscaping, you came with a whole lot of energy today. Scott Baran, I expect this from you, but his and her landscaping offered me housing in Mount Carmel, Pennsylvania. Do they have any good golf courses? Are there fish in Mount Carmel, Pennsylvania? Is it a nice place to live? This is literally the best life, says Williams is noob. What he does for a living? Okay, I'm an entrepreneur, a realtor, and a talk show host. I would say if I wanted to share one thing I did for a living is I'm a talk show host. I think I need to wrap my brain around that a little more. But I'll tell you what, the real world offers real world challenges, and there's bills to pay and financial responsibilities to cover. And I do that stuff because I need to, and because I think it makes a difference. But again, when my company reached out yesterday and said they didn't need me yesterday, I'm going, is it really making a difference? I've worked as a waiter before, and I thought I made the world a better place doing it. His and her landscaping, you made me scowl when you said you're a happily married man. I don't know if I'm inferring or you're implying that our relationship would be more than business. Do I need investors? Well, yeah, investors would be good. I think if I had, I don't know if I need investors. I mean, I need to pay the bills, and right now, content creation doesn't pay the bills. I would have a hard time selling any ownership in my business because uh, it's my business, and I don't really want a partner, to be honest with you. Well, Susan was watching a different show, and you scrolled up, and God put me here next. So here you are. Susan, are you enjoying this show? Cosmic Vision, were you offering to invest? What would I do? I would need money. I mean, I guess as an investor, I think most people would expect to have to come with some money. But yeah, no, I think I'd struggle with it. Good morning, Rebecca. How are you? Somebody read Ezekiel. I'm not there yet. Life is going well and the kids are great. Augie had a little bit of a cold the other day, but he seems to be doing better. How do I handle talking? I don't know. It's just what I do. Do I pray? All the time. I am not an IRS agent, I promise you that. I think they get to carry guns, which seems kind of strange to me. Not totally sure, but I picture a bunch of accountants running around carrying guns. I would have 2 bedrooms, 3 floors, and 2 bathrooms. Yeah, I don't know if I want all that right now. What I'd want best is to have, I would like a 2nd bedroom to have a permanent setup for my little ones. I have 2 beautiful little ones, and right now, their 2 twin mattresses are standing up in my laundry room, but we're making do, and we feel good about it. My coffee is right here. Hello, getting to know you. How are you today? Is 72 likes a big deal? Scott, by the way, and his and her landscaping. You have not boosted my total number of thumbs up very much. Thank you, Scott. Thank you. I'm gonna be famous. I was at work, the same job that didn't need me yesterday, and I had somebody come up from Green Bay at my job and say, hey, how do I know you? And it was a woman about the same age as me, and I was worried back in college I hit on her at a bar or something, or hooked up with her or whatever. But it wasn't. She goes, I follow you on Instagram. I go, huh, that's cool. That is cool. So yeah, we've had a glorious audience today. We've talked for an hour and a half. And I did a 3-hour show yesterday afternoon. Do you know how much editing time that's going to take? Do you know how much editing time that's going to take? Fortunately for me, I have the day off today. Then I work the next 4 days. Then I get to go down to Chicago and take care of some business. And that's the next week or so ahead of me. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, So I might go live this afternoon. I might go live this afternoon because it was such a glorious audience yesterday. That it almost feels like touching a new audience might be prudent. Again, I go live every morning, and I love you viewers coming back day after day, and that feels good to me. But expanding my content to a larger, bigger, different audience might be cool too. So I might go live this afternoon. Got some work to take care of between now and then. I'm gonna go work out. I got some less than pleasant paperwork that I need to do. And that'll be my day. Ba-da-boo-boo. It's hard to let you guys go. You get to bed, Tammy Riley. Put your head on that pillow and rest well tonight. Get a good night's sleep. How's my plant doing? I pruned it. I'm not very confident that my rose bush is gonna have a great life. But it's had a glorious life. It has had a glorious life. It bloomed like nobody's business and gave me so much joy with all the yellow roses that popped out of it. But it's kind of struggled since then. It has kind of struggled since then. But my other plants are doing great. I tell you what, like I said, I'm editing these videos from 2.5 months ago, and that majestic palm is about twice the size of when I bought it. And the Monstera I have as well, and is grown tremendously since I've had it. Where do I live? I live in the beautiful city of Appleton, Wisconsin. I'm not sure if it's a town or a city, but it's got 75,000 people. It's got some tallish buildings. It's got a great vibe, and it's a really cool town. Well, Tammy Riley, just put your head down and listen to me talk and drift off into sweet, sweet, sweet sleep. So let me see, 58 people watching. We got 75 thumbs up. You cut down your roses in February. Well, I don't know. Again, I bought a plant, a little rose plant in, I don't know, June, and it was beautiful, and it was blooming all these yellow roses, and it was spectacular for a month. And it kept growing, and the roses stopped, so I repotted it, and then I repotted it again. Wait a minute, you'll see it behind me. Hold on. It's right there on the ground, and it doesn't look good or healthy at all. And I water it, maybe overwater it, and I don't water it, maybe I underwater it, and I prune it, maybe over or under prune it. But either way, I don't think it looks very good. But I'm gonna give it some time and continue to give it some love, and hope that it makes it through the winter and blooms again next spring, early summer. Yeah, that's my hope. Getting to know you says it is sleeping. Schlevel says it's probably dormant. I wish it didn't look so unattractive when it was dormant. It makes me want to throw it out. Like my hibiscus over there is dormant and doesn't bloom right now, but it's still bright green or dark green and beautiful and very plant-like. So what you're saying is, again, you can plant a seed, but God needs to make it grow. So you can only do so much. But it has to be the right time for it. And maybe its time is not right now. Yeah, I guess I didn't know roses hibernated. In a perfect world, I mean, I knew when I replanted it, it probably wasn't going to be blooming all year. That just wouldn't be fair for $13. It was spectacular. But anyway, it's Tuesday morning. We've had an absolutely glorious audience. If you're new here, please subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of fun. I drink some coffee. I talk every day. And I enjoy this. And I think it's what I'm meant to do, to be honest with you. So I appreciate you sharing a little of your morning with me. I'm probably going to go live again this afternoon. I'm definitely going to read 2 chapters from the Bible tonight. And I'm actually kind of dreading it because it was really hard reading yesterday. Again, chapter 25 and 26 from the book of Exodus. I'm worried 27 and 28 are just going to keep on rolling. And I've heard Leviticus is the hardest Bible or book to read in the Bible. And I'm wondering how determined I really am, and if I will continue to slog through the small print and the thin pages that are the Old Testament and the great details they go into about building a tabernacle and where the seat should be placed on the tabernacle and what color the tabernacle should be. I don't even know what a tabernacle is. God should have explained that to me. Whoa, take it easy, God. When you speak to me in cubits, again, don't know what a cubit is. How big you really want this thing? Don't even talk to me in the metric system either. I'm in Wisconsin. I want to know about feet and inches. Good morning, Jane Kipken from Texas. How are you this morning? Scott is continuing to cheer for 100 likes. To get 100 likes, again, we've only crawled up a few likes since you started cheering, Scott. Don't take it the wrong way. I appreciate you cheering. I appreciate you cheering. But I would have to get my power cord and charge it up because we're running low on juice on my phone. We just went over into the red territory. You know I don't like being in the red territory. Do I have a job? I'm always lying. I have the best job in the world. I'm a content creator. I make the world a better place and make a difference as I go through my day. I bring joy and good tidings to those around me. Oh, shoot. I share my fireplace with anyone out there that might need a fireplace. Are you guys still there? I hope that you are. Sometimes I've got to go to the bathroom during my live show, and this might be one of those times. But I keep talking because I have a viewer named Scott Baran. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, who has so much passion and enthusiasm for what I'm doing, that he begs the audience to smash the like and to get us to 100 likes. But I know what is. I know the trick he's playing. I know if we ever get to 100 likes, that he's going to want to go to 200 likes. That's the problem with Scott. I don't know him very well, but it's never enough for him. He always wants more. So this morning, do you guys want to straight on be, oh shoot, I got to plug my phone in. Make his best guy famous. Okay, let's get 100 likes. See that? Scott, I don't even believe you. You say 100 likes, but you're just going to want 200 likes as soon as we get there. Should we do it at an angle? Yeah, let's do it at a slight angle. People seem to really like my lamp. I might put a lamp. I'm getting old. I'm not as young as I used to be. I'm going to cover up in this bear's blanket a little bit and talk to you guys a little bit more. For anyone fretting, I still have my candle. I still have my water. And I still have my coffee cup. And although I have 3 jobs currently, and I have a couple irons in the fire that I think I'd be excited about doing in terms of like vocations. I have jobs right now that pay the bills, but I'm not sure that they're going to be long-term vocations. And I think what I'd like to do long-term, again, is create content for a living, talk to you guys, entertain an audience, engage with an audience, talk about mental health and sobriety and highs and lows and challenges and overcoming those challenges. And I think it's what I'm meant to do, so here I am. This is a cozy blanket. I wonder if Julie Flanagan's still watching. She gets offended by this blanket. I think I know what I'm going to get Julie for Christmas. Good old Bears blanket. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. I know a lot of you guys are probably jealous. Hello from Kenya. Julie Flanagan said she's going to buy me a Green Bay Packer blanket. I respect Green Bay. And again, it's not just the Packer team, but just the whole community of the state of Wisconsin and the love of this small town team in such natural green and yellow colors. I don't know, there's something cool about it. Hello from South Africa. Schlevel's also wrapped in a Bears blanket. The Bears. We got 85 thumbs up. Are we going to get 100? Should I keep going till we get 100? The work I do. If anybody out there values this amazing content, please help me achieve my dream. I'd love to be a content creator full time. And if anyone is in a position where they care to make a donation, I'd appreciate it. It would help me achieve my dreams of making the world a little bit better of a place and helping people go through stuff, because I realize we're all going through stuff. Eric's 2 weeks into sobriety. Way to go, Eric. Congratulations. I think that's awesome. I wonder how it is for you. I think 2 weeks is challenging time because stuff's starting to hit you and your emotions you're starting to feel and you're sleeping and having weird dreams that scare you during the night. And you're wondering, what the heck do you do with all the time on your hands? But you get through that and those feelings and you kind of get accustomed to it and you feel proud that you don't feel like crap when you wake up. A lot of people are wearing blankets right now. William has an exam tomorrow. Well, William, study, prepare, be ready, and leave the rest to God. We have a glorious audience with 87 thumbs up and 37 people watching. My coffee's still steaming. I look like I'm sick. Do I look like I'm sick? Julie, come bring me some chicken noodle soup. I'll let you share my Bears blankie. Somebody's wearing a Cowboys blanket, like a Dallas Cowboys blanket. That's cool. I do look nice and warm, Rebecca Tilley. I'll tell you what, Scott just said I'm hilarious. I think I am pretty darn funny. I mean, I'm a lot of things, but funny's one of them. Again, I edit all these videos and they become shorts and reels and TikToks. If any of you are watching today and see me post a short, a reel, or a TikTok on some social media platform, it's from a video I did a couple months ago. So it's kind of funny because I'll have people reach out and I'll post a video about being excited because I have my kids coming this weekend or something like that. And then the weekend happens and I'll have a bunch of people ask how my weekend with the kids went. And I go, well, that was actually from a video 2 months ago. That's the kind of the way it works. But it throws people off and I get it's a little confusing. But it's just the way it works. Somebody said this is a cool lamp stand. You mean the lamp itself or the table? The table, I believe, was $5. The lamp also was $5. Oh. I just spat. I was so humored by you guys and you're cheering on the likes. Well, how would that be? Every morning if I talk till I got 100 likes. I mean, that would be exhausting. But I never know when I'm going to end. I don't really have a goal in mind usually, or an audience goal. But if I got 100 likes every day on social media, it'd probably be good. Yeah, Susan, just saying how it was, doesn't matter. That's what I think. What's important, I'm not trying to give a day-to-day volatility of my life or exactly what I'm doing on any given day. I'm trying to share the emotions of a human being, this human being, and who's been given the gift of emotions and an ability to share those emotions in a way that resonates with an audience. Oh, I'm a little bit hungry right now. To you that are new to my show, you might think, Eric said he wants advice. Should he chase a girl or should it be vice versa? Well, I kind of feel done chasing anything in life, Eric. And I don't know if that advice is going to work for everybody. But for me, I'm just tired of chasing things. And I also realize that God has a hand in all that we do. And no matter how much love I give that rose bush behind me, there's a time and a place that it's going to bloom. No matter how many jobs I apply for, no matter how many girls I ask on a date, no matter how many jobs I have, there's a time and a place and a reason for everything that we do. And it doesn't matter that I have 3 jobs right now. One of them called me off last night, so I wasn't supposed to work. And I'm done chasing things personally. And I'm leaving it up to God, I guess would be my answer for you. Somebody's watching in the hospital. Well, thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, no, I talk about with women a lot. I used to go to a bar and get drunk and try and be something and impress a woman with something. And I was drunk and I was stupid and I'd hit on her. And occasionally at work, whatever work means. You know, it's kind of ridiculous how we describe picking up a woman as it worked or picking up a woman. Like that should be our goal. But I just said to hell with it. I'm going to be myself and let the rest fall as it may. How was the experience when I was drinking alcohol? I don't know what you mean. How was the experience when I was drinking? I mean, I was drinking for 35 years. I had a whole lot of different experiences drinking alcohol. A lot of them I didn't even remember. A lot of them I felt stupid after. A lot of them I'm glad I left behind. Thank you, Julie Flanagan. I appreciate you, Julie Flanagan, even though you like a dumb football team. I actually don't think Green Bay is a dumb football team. Julie, you've been to the Lambeau Field. I think I was like half a mile down from it the other day. If you get off on Lombardi Avenue, I think it's just like a mile down the road. Because I got off and I went to a Bass Pro Shops. I was golfing in Green Bay. And I Googled, does Bass Pro Shops sell golf balls? And I knew there was a Bass Pro Shops right off the exit. I pulled in, and I think I saw the stadium lights like a half a mile down the way. Is it right off 41 on Lombardi Avenue, Julie Flanagan? Do you drive by a Bass Pro Shops and then you're there? I think so. Because I think I saw the lights just a little bit down the way. But let me tell you the rest of the story. Bass Pro Shops, at least this one, did not sell golf balls. So I went in, there was 2 nice ladies at the front, and one of them asked if I wanted to become a member. And I go, well, no, I've never even been in this store before. She goes, oh, but you get all this blah, 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 blah. And I go, yeah, no, but I'm just here, I want some golf balls. Do you guys sell golf balls? No, we don't sell golf balls. And then I kind of left. There was a guy walking in wearing an Alabama coat. And I said, hey, I'll hold you the door for you, even though you're wearing an Alabama coat. And he goes, well, you're wearing an Illini shirt. I go, yes, I am. Yes, I am. No, but Mako says no golf stuff there. Again, I Googled Bass Pro Shops and said, do they sell golf balls? And I'm aware of the concept of the Bass Pro Shops. But I was told that they do, or maybe some of them sell golf balls. Maybe they don't all have golf equipment. It's a huge store, a super cool store. I bought fishing and I had never bought hunting gear, honestly, but I bought plenty of fishing gear in the past. Well, look at us. We have 102 likes. You know what that makes? A glorious, glorious audience. I wonder how many subscribers I picked up today. Does it matter? Does it matter? I don't know that it does. Again, I think we put a goal in front of us and we want to bench 220 pounds, and then I bench 220 pounds and I go, who cares? Or we want to get there and we work real hard and we plateau for a while and we eventually break through and we accomplish our goal. Again, I think God has a hand in everything that we do. And just because we want something so bad doesn't mean it's magically going to happen. So anyway, with your help and one extra cup of coffee and one Bears blanket, we achieved Scott's dreams of getting to 100 likes today. And I want to thank you so much for joining me on this Wednesday morning and following along in my little journey that is life. I hope your week started off great. I hope you had an awesome, awesome night's sleep. I hope you're excited about your day. You're warm under a blankie, or you're feeling productive at work, or you're having a great workout, or you're taking your kids to school, or whatever you're doing, whatever stage of life, you are feeling good. You are loving yourself. You are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon.